G'day humans, Chris Stead here. Today we're talking about the Roborock Flexi Pro. Now this has just been officially revealed and it's going to be out on May 31, 2024. It's going to cost $999 here in Australia, so just sneaking under that $1,000 mark. And you can see here an event that I was at that Roborock hosted a couple of weeks before I put this video live, so in early May, where they showcased off primarily their the S8 Max V Ultra robot, but they also had the Flexi Pro there. So I got a chance to just use it a little bit, play around with it, talk to the team about it a bit, enough to kind of give you my initial thoughts and initial impressions of how it goes ahead of getting some better and more longer testing time with it in the future. So the Flexi name refers to its ability to lie almost flat when you kind of want to move the handle down, get in and out underneath items as low as 15 centimeters high. So like under chairs or stools or tables, things like that. So you can get it right down and move it in. It also rotates and reticulates on its kind of the head pivot point quite easily. And yeah, I found it actually to be very maneuverable while on. I'll talk a little bit more I'll talk about it right now. Part of that I think is to do with this new technology they've got in it. So this is called SlideTech. So this is new. It wasn't available in the Dyad Pro, which is another Roborock kind of, wet dry mop vacuum on the market. That this is a spin-off from, I guess you could say. And the Dyad Pro doesn't have this tech, it's a SlideTech, so it's a self-propelled wheel system that's kind of omnidirectional. So if you're pushing it, it'll help the wheels turn forward. If you pull, it'll help the wheels turn backwards. So that combined with kind of like the air that's coming out of the device, and then the flexi head and the rotational basically makes it quite easy to move around. I did notice on the hardwood sample that they set up that the wheels kind of slid out a little bit as you kind of, if you want to do like a turning circle, it didn't kind of stay in a circle, the wheels kind of skidded out a little bit. That was something I did pick up on, so I'm looking forward to kind of trying that a little bit more in the future. But yeah, I found the maneuverability pretty good in general for a device that weighs, more or less 5 kilograms. So there are some features that definitely carry across from the Dyad Pro. For example, the LED screen is quite similar. It's got auto, max, and eco modes. You can dry the floor. You've got Wi-Fi connectivity, so you can connect to your app, which not only allows you to change kind of some settings, activate things like self-drying remotely, but also download firmware updates, so you can update the device moving forward into the future. However, it does kind of also separate itself considerably from the Dyad Pro. So the Flexi Pro, it's got 17,000 Pascal kind of suction power, which is, up there for sure. It also has just the one roller as opposed to two, but that roller, it's not necessarily a bad thing. The one roller is generally easier to clean, get better into kind of the grout lines, and this particular roller can get as close as 1 millimeter to a wall or a piece of furniture like a couch or something like that when it's in use. So it does get right up against kind of the edge. So that's definitely a positive. It's also got a front-mounted LED headlight. So if you're going to kind of go underneath a couch, for example, well, not a couch, but underneath like a couch or a chair or something like that, and it's dark under there, you can actually kind of see what's under there, where you're going, what you might hit in terms of objects, things like that. It's got a smart sensor on as well, so you can set I told you before that it's got the auto, the max, and the eco mode. So what's really cool, if you set on auto, basically it'll sense how dirty the floor is and then change the settings. So it basically, the higher the setting, like you've got it in max mode, you've got more suction, but also more water movement. They're kind of the two biggest drains on the battery. But that can then, auto will then just go in and out of that as required by the mess on the ground. So that's something I'm really looking forward to testing a bit more and just finding out whether or not that actually works well. And you're gonna get up to 50 minutes of battery life, which is heaps, right? Like you're gonna vacuum for that long. but that's on eco mode. So it'll be interesting to see where max ends up, but also how auto can kind of like get you this nice sweet spot in between. So that'll be part of what the smart sensor can do and what we will hopefully be able to test in the future. Now the dock itself is where it's going to do its self-drying and self-cleaning. So this is also a pretty cool new feature. So you got well, first it's going to like hot water wash the mop for itself, and it's going to be 60 degrees at temperature it's going to heat up to, and it's going to sense how long it needs to kind of clean for to work out how long it needs to get clean. But you're going to get that kind of hot water mop wash, and then it's going to follow it up with hot hair drying at 55 degrees centigrade, obviously, is then going to then dry that mop in about 30 minutes. So that's going to basically keep the thing hygienic, stop any random smells from coming out of it, and it all does that itself once it's sitting on the dock. So that's kind of where the Flexi Pro further stands out, and what you're paying for in part of that $999. Now, there are a couple of things that are a bit interesting in the way that it does differentiate itself from the Dyad Pro. So it's got smaller water canisters inside that, kind of inside the white handle there. So you've got 730 mils worth of clean, and it was 900 in the Dyad Pro, and you got 450 mils of dirty. It was 770 mils in the Dyad Pro. So it's kind of reduced that overall capacity, which is interesting because the battery life is still up there, but you got less water to play with. So are they saying that it's because it's more efficient, or are we going to run out more often? That's going to be interesting to see. And we're not getting a separate detergent injection tank here either. So it's about, you can put kind of mixtures in there. Roborock has its own kind of in-house detergent that it wants you to use, and they've kind of like really stringent on that. In fact, to the point where I think that they're saying that if you run a different detergent, you might end up voiding your warranty. I reckon that's pretty hardcore. Like basically saying, hey, you gotta buy this off us if you want to use the product correctly. But their point was that there's certain chemicals which are going to have like thicker particles or thicker, made with thicker, what's the word, molecules, I guess, and that is going to impact the way that the cleaning works and the way that goes through the parts in the system, and that can cause the parts to clog. So that was their kind of reasoning, and it's a very small mix. So like one product that you get from them is going to last a while because you're mixing it on with the water. It's a small ratio there. Yeah, so those are kind of like the top level points and top level experiences of using this so far, and also what I need to do when I get a chance to test this further in the future to see whether or not it lives up to what they're pitching. But from just using the device at this event, we didn't do any like major messes that we cleaned up, just kind of like little bits of grain and stuff like that, and it did a good job. It was performed admirably with the limited setup that we had, but definitely need to push a little bit further on that. And it does leave a bit of a kind of a water streak that first time, but it's because it's less water being used, that it dries a bit quicker, and you can obviously just use the air in the vacuum itself to just dry it a bit quicker again if you want to. Now it is worth pointing out that there is two versions of the Flexi series, the Robotech Flexi series. There's the Flexi Pro, which we've been going through in this video, and that's the one that they actually had on show that I could actually test out. They do also have a Flexi Lite, which is a scale back version, which costs $699 here in Australia. Now that's also coming out May 31 alongside the Flexi Pro. And where it kind of scales down, it's got the same suction power, which I guess is important. It's got the same edge-to-edge cleaning, so you get up to 1 millimeter on the wall with, close as 1 millimeter to the wall with the rollers. You still got that Flexi design, obviously. You can flat reach, get down, go low. You're still getting the self-cleaning, you're still getting the self-drying. It's not quite as hot, but it's still there. And the self-cleaning temperature is not heating the water to clean them off. It's just basically room temperature. So there's kind of a few places where it scales back. Also no app support with the Flexi Lite. So when you're looking at the $300 price difference, those are the things that are falling out. Elsewhere, the battery's a bit smaller. They reckon it's only about a 10-minute difference. I got a feeling in testing it's going to prove to be a bit more than a 10-minute difference. So they're saying like a maximum of 40 minutes on eco mode. But the battery, the battery size drops from 4,000 milliamp hours to 2,500 milliamp hours, and that seems like a more significant drop than 10 minutes. But we'll see in practice. The cleaning tank capacity also drops to 620 mils and a dirty tank to 400 mils. So you've got a bit less battery time, but also a bit less water capacity there. So that, I guess, makes sense. The roller scrubbing module also is just this kind of the standard version, where in the Pro you get like a floating version of that module for a bit more agitation as you're going over the surfaces. So those are the differences between the Flexi Pro and the Flexi Lite, if you're wondering. And those are my initial impressions on the Roborock Flexi Pro. So stay tuned to the channel. Hopefully I can get a unit in and give you a full proper review in the future. And I also just put live a competitor in the space, is the Dyson Wash G1. Now that was announced yesterday. So I have also got a full video of that up live if you want to do a bit of a comparison there and see what else is going on. Otherwise, I'm Chris Stead. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you check out my other videos, and until next time, I'll check you later. You.